Tum tum tururum tum tururum tum tururum. Hello guys, welcome to another video of the channel. Today with the episode 4 of A Night of the Seven Kingdom. And well, I had to say this is crazy. I was super surprised with these scenes. Oh my god, this episode is so epic and so many levels. Say a lot about Westeros and all these length. It's an epic episode. It's all I'm gonna move that a little bit. Here it's okay. And well, I don't know if I'm gonna try it this way. We will see what happens. And well, I hope that you can hear me without problem. And well, I was saying that okay, this is awesome. This episode starts with, you know, the desperation and all this feeling that Duncan had because Ed betrayed him. So was so disappointed at that level, and Ed tried to connect with him again, and he was super sad with this, uh, almost to cry and all that. And even he said something like, "Stop, don't cry, the squire don't do that." And even worse, a night. So take it easy, and we will see what happened. But of course, he has a super upset with him. Was super, this feeling without, and he was thinking something like, "Oh my God, what I did, what I did with this Targaryen," because he knows that he screwed his life because, well, to protect this innocence. And of course, he has a date with Baelor Targaryen. Try to explore what happened with him, and well, it's a meeting actually, and they reunite and start to talk. Okay, we had two options. First of all, you died, and the second one, we need to. I need to know if you are a great fighter or not. And Duncan was okay. What is happening here? I don't know what's going on, but okay, yes, I have great fight. I'm not super training as you, but I had my knowledge about fight, with the sword and all that. And then here when Aaron, I think it's, let me see. Yes, because I was a little bit confused because all the Targaryen have the same name. Forgot. It's insane. Well, Aaron tried to negotiate because, and I recommend a lot watch the Hector scene because they explain the inside the character, and actually the segment called inside the episode. So it's inside the character, their thought and all that. So I recommend a lot watch after the episode, and they explain without no interpretation that was literally Aaron. First of all, is super smart, and um, the first thing that he do was avoid the conflict between Duncan and him because Duncan, despite all, he's super tall, he's strong, so it's not a good idea fight with him hand to hand. So at the beginning was something like, okay, I want this epic battle, the 7-7 or 7 versus 7, because that was the first idea. First of all, avoid this confrontation hand to hand. But the second one was the idea that, how can I say it, that it's something like do something big, do something memorable, that his name was written in a stone, something that changed his era, something that he want to be a, a legend, or almost that he did something, was an important Targaryen. It's no other Targaryen, the Targaryen. That was the idea. So he think in this epic battle, 7 versus 7, and for Duncan was super hard because if he could unite 7 warriors to fight with him, he is guilty without a doubt because no one trusts him. So that was so difficult in that moment to hear because at the end he is nothing for anyone. And was something like, oh my god. And we can see how desperate is him, how sad, how this feeling in this character, and it's crazy. I really enjoyed the episode, and we had super cool moment when I don't know the man that built the shield, and he gave him the shield, and he watched the the, the pain that this little John did for him, and was so cool. He watched the shooting star when all the wishes and all the hope start to that shooting star, and he think this is my moment. Maybe I can do that. Maybe I can fight. And well, and this is super cool because he reunited with this fossil way. I think it's fossil weight, something like that. Yes, false weight or fossil weight, false weight or fossil weight. Let me in the comment how is that name. But at the end, Raymond was something like, man, you are dead. But at the end, I think his cousin Stefan, he said, look, man, you're not alone. I'm with you. I'm gonna fight with you, and don't worry, at least in that sense. And I'm gonna try to get another man to fight with you, because at the end, the Targaryen, they are crazy, they are strange, so we need to try to fight against him, or against they. And at the end, spoiler alert, of course, he betrayed Duncan. And that moment was so deep. But we we are gonna talking about later. But that was the main idea, no? He betrayed him. But before that, we had another Targaryen that in this moment I forgot the name of this character, but he has this premonition with his dream, and I don't know if he give hope to Duncan in that moment, because he said something like, "Man, I dream with you, and I hope, and I know that I betrayed you, and I said something that is not true, that you kidnapped X, because that was the liar that he said is so deep, that liar that is another crime to him." And he said sorry, but at that moment that was the only um, the only chance that I have to survive, or with my uncle, my dad, and all that. So, but don't worry, because you had the opportunity in my dream, in my premonition. You'll survive. and you win this battle. Well, at least you kill or you will kill a dragon. Don't I don't know if the correct word is don't worry, but at least you had an opportunity. And Duncan was something that okay, it's not everything is lost, I think. But and here we had the day, you know. After that we had the raining night with all this emotion, and he actually is very sad, very disappointing. And something that I really like that at the end he defends the innocent, but the innocent was gone. He's her gone with her people for another town, and at the end I don't know if he fought for nothing or at least for a person that you know not even say thank you for um, save my life or something like that. At the end, he didn't receive a thanks. That was something super sad for me, and at least in my perception, a little moment between him and her will be will be something great for what he did for her. But we don't have that thing, and we had I don't know. It's well, and well, guys, we had the day of the fight, and, and here is what I say. No, that Stefan betrayed him, and all the hope was gone. Was thinking that, oh man, this is super disappointed, super strange. What is going on? Will but when this super tall man fought him and with all the town. Actually, he lost the hope, but at the end, he get this value. He's he get this courage to fight and said, "Come on, everyone here, everyone doesn't have courage to fight with these people. Come on, the noble houses of Westeros doesn't have the nuts to fight with me." Well, with better words, but that was the idea. And when everything looks like lost, we had Villor Targaryen appeared with him, and he said, "I'm gonna fight with you." With that, and Raymond, that in that moment, Lionel Baratheon named as a knight, and another cool stuff that Lionel fight with Duncan, his friend. Remember that in the first episode we had this friendship between dates, so that was cool. I really like it, and without how can I say it? Without a doubt, he said, "I'm gonna fight with you. It doesn't matter," and that's what's cool, my opinion, right? And okay, Raymond was called as a knight, so he can fight. Was it will be something sad for me if he die in battle, but we will see what happened. And the other guy that he get was for X get all um, the other fighters. So that was something cool. And in that moment, finally, we had this epic son of the all the teen son of Game of Thrones, tum, 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 tum. And I was saying something that finally we had the first no, sorry, finally the series taking series itself finally it's super cool because all the other episode of course was the content of the series, but was something that And they mock for the whole like season and for the concept of Game of Thrones and all that. With that beginning with he shit himself and all that in the first episode, but here not. We had a crazy epic scene with Biller, and actually they say it in the final episode that finally we had the beginning of this story. Finally, we had the epic fight that you were waiting for. It's here when everything starts. When it's in the beginning of the story. And I was reading that they are thinking 50th season. It's super exaggerate, but this is the rumor right now. First of all, 4 or 5 season in this um, oh well, when X is a child, something as right now, and after that they jump 10 years later to show X as a prince for another 4 or 5 season, and they return for another jump for I think it's something like 10 years later for another 4 or 5 season with Ed as an old man, as a king, and all this tragic end that he had with Dunk. But I'm not gonna do a spoiler with that, but maybe I will do a video explain his his end. Was tragic, but that is the only thing that I'm gonna say. It's super sad when you watch this little kid that is super cool, is a great actor and a great character and all that, and the chemistry with Duncan super cool, and when you when you know all that, don't worry. Back to episode. That was the end. Taylor start to to join to Duncan and fight. And here is when it's something that a cliche of the genre. The episode will be something like the path and the background of Dunk, and all his history when he was a kid, a little bit content, and with the mix of the battle. I think maybe the final battle will be in the episode 6, and no, the episode 4 5. Yes, guy, it's something interesting that I thought that this series is gonna have 8 episodes, but no, it's only 6. We only we only had 2 episodes to finish the season. Imagine that. Only 6 episodes. A super mini series for HBO with this Night of the Seven Kingdom. So we only had 2 episodes. Maybe we could end this battle in this episode, and the episode 6 only the epilogue to the final, all the contrast, what happened, where are the character in that moment, and finish. Or maybe split the final battle with this context, all the background of Dunk, a little bit of the battle, and the episode sit the rest of the battle, and the final part of the season and all that. So guys, at the end, for me, this episode was a 10 out of 10. Was super epic, super emotional, with super crazy meanings about all the content of Westeros, and well, it was the birth of a real knight in Westeros. Real man with courage, a real man with enough to fight against the oppression, or in favor to the innocent. But at the end, let me in the comment what do you think. It was a super cool episode. I really like it. A 10 out of 10 to me. So guys, if you like this video, remember to subscribe. I am Wetex, and I see you in the episode 5 this Sunday, I think. Yes. And we'll see what happened because I'm really excited to watch the next episode. I'm really excited to watch it. Let me your thought in the comment and see you. Remember to subscribe and share. Bye bye guys. Bye bye.